Welcome, welcome! It's Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy, bringing you another Star Citizen video. And today's video is going to be kind of like on the back of the video a couple days ago, talking about what's wrong with 3.9.1. It's going to be a priorities video for me. During this video, you're actually going to see a lot of footage from Microtech and its 3 moons. So I hope you enjoy some of the scenes that I'm bringing you today. So let's get into it. What are the priorities for me for 3.9.1? Like, what should they work on that is absolutely awful going forward? So I think their top priority, fix the 30Ks and 16Ks. Fix them. Get rid of them. Solve the problem. Whatever it takes, find it, figure it out, and fix it. So that's the 3 F's, CIG. Find it, figure it out, fix it. Get rid of those 30Ks. Those are a plague that is just killing the game right now. People get so frustrated because the game just kicks them out. And I don't care what the issues really are, CIG. I don't care if it's on the player side. There's something on your side that's causing the player side to fail, because it didn't used to do that. 3.7 wasn't like that. 3.6 wasn't like that. So what happened? What caused the problem? And I want to tell you guys, they have been working on the back-end system the last 2 days, and that's one reason why you didn't get a video yesterday, is because I didn't get any fresh footage, the footage that I really wanted to get, because there were some issues. So yeah, I think they're trying to fix some of those big issues, the back-end issues that caused some of the 30Ks, 16Ks, and then the next thing on my list of priorities, fix the character reset issues. There should not be players out there that have to reset their character every day or every other day. They need to play the game and enjoy it without having that kind of an issue. Listen, I understand if you got to reset everybody after each patch, big patch. I'm actually okay with that. Some people aren't. Understand that point of view as well. I personally am completely okay if you have to reset, do a character wipe after every patch. I understand it's alpha. But I really like that you guys haven't been doing that up until 3.9.1. You guys said, screw, doing wipes every patch. We're gonna make you do a wipe every day. Not cool. At least most of the time, money's persistent, but I have heard cases where it isn't, and people lose millions of UEC because of the character wipe. People are losing ships they bought, or ships they've bought in game or out of game, I should say. It's kind of difficult for some folks who have put in the time and energy to buy a ship in the game and then have to do a character wipe and lose it. It's not as bad for some people who bought ships out of the game and can't use it, for the exception of those who only have 1 or 2 ships. Then it's extremely frustrating that they can't use their ships. So you gotta fix the character wipes. That's number 2 on my list. Number 3, the next priority for me that I think will help all these issues a little bit. Just a little bit. I know it's going to cause more issues as well, but that's a whole nother video when the time comes. I would like them to prioritize server meshing. And I'm pretty sure they've done this, but I want to see a priority on server meshing to give us some stability, to open the servers up to be able to handle the load of this game. Right now, one server cannot handle the entire Stanton system. It's massive. It's mind-bogglingly massive. It's humongous. There's nothing like it out there. The scope and size of one solar system is more than any other game out there as far as traversable stuff. So maybe Elite Dangerous, I don't know, but first person, you can, pretty much traverse anywhere. At least that's the idea. Obviously, you really can't do that in Stanton at this moment. it's too much. It's too taxing on one server. So they've got to figure out how to transition from one server to another. Like I said, I think it's going to be static at first, where let's say you have Microtech and its moons on one server, and then you decide you're going to travel to Hurston. Hurston and its moons would be on another server. Surely one server can handle a moon system, a planet and moon system, fairly well. Question is, what do you do with all the space in between? What's happening with Hurl L3 or Hurl L4 or Microtech 1, the rest and relax stations in between? What server are they going to fall on? I mean, how's that going to work? I can't answer that question. Only CIG is going to be able to figure that one or answer that one out. Maybe you guys have a better idea as well on how that might work. If any of you might be some sort of an expert in server meshing, hey, put that information in the comments. Let's hear what you have to say about it. I would be very interested, and as well as everybody else, I'm sure. But yeah, I think server meshing needs to be a priority so that the servers aren't as taxed. One other thing that server meshing should enable, at least to an extent, is more players on each server. So right now we have a 50-player cap on one server that covers the entire Stanton system. But what if each server could handle 50 players? So in other words, you could have 50 players at Microtech, 50 players at Hurston, 50 players at ArcCorp, 50 players at Crusader. So now you're looking at 200 players in one solar system, give or take. Is that possible? What happens if you have 50 players on one server and another player needs to join that server? I mean, right now we have multiple servers, obviously, for each area. So does it do the same thing? Maybe they break off into another shard? Who knows? Maybe they only do 40 players to accommodate an extra 10 that may come into another server area. I don't know how they're going to work that out. That would be awesome to have some insider information on that. I'm just speculating 100% here. You could take it or leave it. But yeah, I do believe server meshing is going to need to be a priority. So those three things are my top three priorities that we need heading into 3.10 and 3.11. Those have to be fixed. Those have to be worked on. Those have to be ironed out ASAP. What do you guys think about those three priorities? Do you have different priorities for the game right now to make it better, make it more playable? What are those priorities? List that in the comments. I am interested to know, and maybe we can discuss it. It would be very cool to have a good discussion on over what people think needs to be implemented, fixed, worked around, whatever for the game to be in a better state. So let's move on to some other topics of discussion that I'm just going to add in here. I have decided, more or less my org has decided in overwhelming fashion, that anybody that's part of Texas will be submitting little bitty clips, just a few seconds to a couple of minutes, just smaller clips that they encounter throughout their plays of the week, and I will combine those clips into a weekly video. So I'll try to do it at least once a week, and I'll get a few video clips out and put them all together for you guys to see. Could be a lot of fun. If you guys are interested in joining the org, it's pretty active, and we definitely always welcome new members. And you of course would be eligible to upload your videos, and we would be able to maybe work them into future videos. You guys looking forward to some of that content? Let me know in the comments down below. I think it'll be awesome. I've seen some great videos from my org mates. They have done some pretty insane things. I think we even they put together a Cutlass box, a Cutlass Red box, where they had a bunch of Cutlass Reds stacked up on one another, and off the side they built a cube out of them. That was pretty interesting. There's a lot of cool videos out there, people just doing some crazy stuff, and I'd like to showcase a lot of my org mates and some of the crazy things that they do. They don't necessarily want to have a big YouTube channel or anything like that, but they love to contribute to this one, and I really appreciate them for wanting to do that. That's super awesome. If you guys want to contribute to this channel, you can do that as well using Patreon or the YouTube membership program. I really want to start getting my streaming off the ground as well. I've decided once I start streaming that I'm not going to do just Star Citizen, but I'm going to do several different games. Of course, I've got to get approval of the wife and a decent work schedule. Right now, the job I have does not provide me with a decent work schedule. My schedule's all over the place, so that makes it more difficult. I have a hard enough time getting videos out at the moment, and it's not exactly paying the bills either. So I have to find another job, and sometime soon, or promote up in the company that I'm in now, one or the other. So all the help and contribution you guys bring means a lot to me. I can't tell you how much it does. Thank you to each and every one of you who do. Also, you can help by watching the ads in the videos, and clicking on the ads. That helps out tremendously. Well, I say tremendously. That's where I get my ad revenue, and I say tremendously. That's where I get my ad revenue. It makes up about half of what I'm getting, so I get the other half from my patrons and YouTube members. So thank you again, guys. Really do appreciate it. I do want to do some future giveaways as well. My giveaways haven't gone so spectacular in the past, so hopefully we'll come up with a better system for that in the future. I'm also looking at rebranding or redesigning logos. I need to get a Texas Space Navy logo, a new one of that, and probably a personal logo, Mud Dog. I'd like to have my own logo that I can add on to some of these videos, and then I'd also love to have a logo animation that I can start running at the beginning and the ending of these videos. If you guys are really great at doing that stuff, let me know, and maybe we can work out something. I'm not a rich man at all at the moment, but maybe we can figure it out. That would be super awesome. I know some of my org mates can do some of that work, and they do really good. We actually use one of the logos that we have in the bottom right hand corner of all of my videos. Dex or Dnouse, Dexite, he was the one who did that, and it's super awesome. I really like that little badge that he has for us. So again, this is Microtech at night. I went through the city here. Pretty spectacular. I love that we can actually fly in this city, around this city, through this city, and all the way over to the spaceport. That is phenomenal. I wish we could do that in the other cities, but sadly that doesn't look like that's going to happen. They're going to put in this new system for landing, where once you request landing, it gives you this tunnel that you've got to fly through in your HUD. So I mean, you'll have some control, but if you get out of the tunnel, it'll just put you back on, autopilot back into the tunnel. So it's not most ideal situation, but I guess it'll solve some of their problems, and we'll just have to see how it works. And that should be in 3.10 as well. So guys, if you've liked this video, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already. Hit that little bell icon to let you know when I do more of these. Again, I can't thank you guys enough for supporting my channel and my endeavors here on YouTube, and hopefully eventually in the future when I start streaming more regularly, that would be phenomenal. I would love to make this my career, and you guys are going to help me make it happen. So thank you. Once again, I'm Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy, and I'll see you guys out in the verse.